It's okay, Greg. We'll agree to disagree. Not everybody's as enlightened as not everyone can be as enlightened as me, so I can't. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, we know. Because if I pull this up, man, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast, the only podcast where we do something different every single day. Not an hour, not a minute, not a second, not an episode. Every single day, we do something different. This is the podcast where it's just simply, oh shit, wait, whoa, I gotta mark these better. Yeah. This fucked me up. Damn.
It's not enough.
Boy, look, I've been waiting to put this button together. It's finally here.
I've been wondering. I've been wondering when you're gonna add that. I've been wondering when you're gonna add that.
It took a minute, but I'm finally here. It's not enough. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna spam it, but I will be playing it when it is necessary. Nah, man, don't let the Phoenix Sun come on the topic today. It will get spammed.
All right, bro.
But make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, do all the things.
Yes.
New content coming very soon. In the coming weeks, the coming months. Before we get into our interesting topics of the week, the day, the recaps, all that stuff, we want to talk about some stuff.
We do not care.
We simply do not care. Damn, Mike. Man. Fuck. Man.
I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. But it still hurts. It still
fucking hurts. God damn it. But since we do not care, the first thing we do not care about, first of all, we do not care about TikTok. Let that shit die. Okay?
They finna stop TikTok. They not finna stop us.
Exactly. If y'all some real motion getters, you not gonna let this stop you. There's other platforms. If you was really making content for real, you transcend.
And I feel like they're not gonna stop it for real.
No, I mean it's not like the app finna just disintegrate. It's just one of the things.
Oh yeah, I know that.
It's gonna take a long ass time. It's just like Vine. Like you could still like look at some Vines even after Vine was dead.
I never had Vine. Like I saw Vines, I just never had the actual app.
By the time I decided to download it, it was like, they're about to die. I'm like, fuck. Well, also, shit, man, fuck. Iconic. Also,
we do not care.
We don't care about Alabama doing walk-on tryouts. We already know, the Nick Saban era is over. You don't have to rub it in with every single post. Every college D1 has walk-ons. I know. I know that might be something that's insane for y'all to think about, and I know y'all was there for the jokes, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Even throughout it all, they had the second best college running back this year. You know what I mean? So,
who? Never mind. I know. I was like, "Who's this?" I was like, "Never mind." I know who you're gonna say. I know.
you don't know his name? That was dominating, man. What the fuck are you talking about? If you know, you know. You know what I mean? Shout out to him in the draft.
We do not care.
Also, things we do not care about. We don't care about that Tyson Fury retiring. I mean, shout out to retirement, but
I had thought he already retired. But every boxer, they're always like, "Oh, I'm retired," and then they come back in like a year for a $50 million fight. So, I don't think he's really retired for real.
Well, look, I will to Tyson Fury's credit. This is his second retirement. His first retirement.
See, that's what I'm saying. I thought he already retired.
No, I mean, like he had his first retirement and he came back, and his first comeback was doing Deontay Wilder fights. And I was like, okay, well, you came back for good reason because nigga made some good bread. I ain't gonna hold you. Also,
we do not care.
I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of care about this fight. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fighting again. Now, some of y'all gonna be like, why do you care? Look, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see Ryan Garcia beat that nigga up again. I'm sorry.
Bro, that whole thing, like, they tried to press a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia because I don't know if I haven't, like, the whole story's been annoying, so I stopped keeping up with it because, like, apparently he failed, like, one of the mini drug tests or something like that. There was, like, a small trace or something in the system. And they're like, oh, that's the reason he knocked me out. And, like, no, he knocked you out because he just couldn't, like, I feel like Haney was a better boxer, but Garcia just, like, once he hit him that first, like, when the fight first started in the earlier portion, he hit him with a left hook to start it off, and, like, Haney ain't blocking. And once he got hit, like, you could just see, like, his eyes got big. He was just, like, shook, and I was like, yeah, it's over. So I'm like, that's the reason you lost, bro, because you couldn't stop that hook, bro. Like, it's not because no PEDs, it's because he hit harder than you. I'm sorry, bro. That's what happened. And
look,
like,
man,
I would hate to be a boxer. You could just be chilling one day, just like at your kid's birthday party or something. Then like a nigga online who want to fight just call you a bitch ass nigga, and now you got to respond to the nigga. Like, I'm just chilling. Now I got to. That's the whole thing now. Like,
and if you don't respond, then you just allowing disrespect, quote unquote. It's like, this is
like, I'm just chilling. Oh man, I need something. Like, what? I didn't even. What?
Like what?
I'm with my family. I'm having a good time. I'm trying to ruin my day.
I'm really eating some good food right now, nigga. Like, you really killing my fucking vibe, nigga.
And now we got to get on IG Live, argue with each other. Like, no, I'll knock you out. No, I'll knock you out. No, like, bro, leave me alone, bro.
Now I got to go to the ATM so I can do a money spread. Like, it's really just bad. It's bad all the way.
I was just trying to chill. Can't even do that. That seems so annoying, bro. That seems so annoying.
You know, just I'll say what I say. You know, I have the same feelings about Ryan Garcia like I have about the Houston Astros when they got caught cheating. Hey, all that little trash can beating, you still had to go hit that ball, nigga. You still had to go hit that home run, nigga. You know, hey, look, at the end of the day, PEDs or not, that was a left hook, nigga.
Yeah, like, I would have understood if, like, he had more PEDs in his system. He just came out and just dominated Haney or whatever. But it wasn't even like that.
No,
like, he beat him fair and square, but it wasn't like he was just, like, murdering him or something. Like, if it was like that, then be like, oh, okay, yeah, he was on some shit. But no, he just
like, and if he was on some shit, it was out of negligence, not out of, I need this to beat you.
No. He just didn't know.
he was just so out of it. You know how Garcia be going down. Like, he was just so out of it. Nigga was just taking anything. It was like, oh shit, fuck. Okay. This is why the fight is set up again. I'm not knock your ass out again, nigga. Fuck out of here. So, anyway,
we do not care.
Now, finally, we do not care. You know, it's a potential sighting of a Terrence Crawford versus Canelo fight. I haven't seen Terrence Crawford since that dreaded Earl Spence fight.
I don't want to see him. He's gonna kill somebody.
Actually, Terrence Crawford fought somebody else after that. I do remember that. I forgot. I remember. We was in a group chat and I took a link from somebody. But yeah, I think Terrence. Yeah, no. I take that back. I'm lying like shit. That was a Tank Davis fight. My fault. That was Tank. Never mind. All these goddamn black boxers, man. It's just hard to keep up sometimes. But yeah, Terrence Crawford. I don't know who's gonna win that potentially. I don't know who wins that, but it's gonna be hard for me to root against Terrence Crawford. I'll say that.
But it's also hard to root against Canelo because I'm just like, this is my expert boxing analysis. They both got hands, bro. Like, they both got hands. They both hit really hard, bro.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like, okay, like, what age play a factor? But other than that, like,
low-key, all the boxers are sort of old. They always, I don't know, they always could be old. But like, I don't really care about it because I don't think it's all the way confirmed yet. So when it gets confirmed, I'm gonna care, but because they're not even in like the same weight class or nothing, so it's gonna be like a little, I think like cruiserweight or something they call it. I don't know, but it's not confirmed yet, so I'm not finna care until it's confirmed.
I definitely do. But things we do care. Well, before we even do that, my fault. we got things to accomplish here.
Donations.
We don't. The grind never stops. TikTok finna stop.
Donations.
These donations.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that.
You do have the power to change that. That new link will be down in that bio. Blessing.
Very soon.
And I can't wait. I can't wait to give y'all.
All I hear is this that check came in. I love it when you talk to me. My cats will see. My cats will see. I love it when you talk to me. My cats will see. My cats will see. This that check.
Just don't get old, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This shit gonna last the test of time, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Like Jello Balls like song gonna like stop after a certain amount. This gonna keep going.
I'm still waiting on that next Jello song. That whole sounded tough.
Okay.
It sounded better than the one that everybody likes right now, but
yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. I think
all snippets sound better than the actual song.
I agree. Like snippets do be sounding better, but as somebody that used to like listen to like Lonzo's shit every once in a while, like Jello will have like a little like snippet or a verse. I'm like, if he took it serious,
I'm gonna need you to never say that sentence again. As somebody who used to listen to Lonzo Ball, I don't think you should say that sentence again.
Nah, I mean, you wasn't there for 2017. You wasn't there for Big Baller Brand. Like,
I'm gonna need you don't say that no more. Don't tell people you listen to Lonzo Ball music, bro.
That's not crazy, bro. That's not crazy. Because it's obvious. Look, you don't see the like just like that little whatever the fuck.
See, there's levels to it.
Nah. There is love. There is levels.
Cover of all time.
Lonzo had bars, nigga. Lonzo had bars, nigga. I'll say that shit out loud, nigga. Because you wasn't outside for real. You wasn't listening to that Lonzo Ball.
Nobody with you.
Nah, don't do that.
You, Leangelo, Lonzo, and LaMelo.
Nah, Nah, you just wasn't tapped in. You wasn't tapped into the Lonzo Ball. It's cool. It's cool, brother. It's cool.
Oh my goodness.
He had it. You know what I mean? Me and millions, actually. Me and millions was listening to Lonzo Ball. Fuck ass nigga. Come on now. Don't make me look up this nigga stream numbers, bro.
All right, bro. All right. Let's get into that. Put the phone down. Put the phone down.
That shit said 7.2 million streams, nigga, on one song. Nigga. That nigga had no shit. Anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes, one might add. And before we get into the football, the NFL, basketball, whatever, we got to talk about the upcoming national championship game.
Yeah.
Was Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
Yeah. And I will admit, we have not been keeping up that. We haven't been keeping up with y'all audience as like with the college football this year. We haven't really been doing that too much because there's been a lot of stuff going on. But we are tapped into the national championship game. We have been watching the playoff games. And I'm not going to lie. That Notre Dame and that Notre Dame Penn State game, it was. I thought it was gonna be trash. I just don't believe in Notre Dame traditionally because like, who cares? Like, yeah, I know they got the history, but it's Notre Dame. Ew. So like, I wasn't really paying attention to Notre Dame the entire season. And then they got to the thing, and I'm like, the quarterback. I remember the quarterback Riley Leonard, and I remember him being trash at another school. So I was like, oh, they finna get dog walked. And that game was a battle. It was crazy. Like, it started off slow, and then it just turned into some real deal, like real deal football. Like, there was running the ball. Like really, that's all. They're just like real deal running the ball. It was crazy. Actual defense, some hard hits. It was a really really good game. I like that game.
Yeah, and I'm be honest, I haven't been locked in to Notre Dame football. I haven't been locked in since I'd say Manti Te'o once that information dropped. I think that was the last time I was really locked in.
Was that the same year they went to the national championship against Bama? Or
I
feel like
believe
that was the last time I stopped.
I believe so. Because he was at that Heisman. He was at that Heisman ceremony. I don't know if the information dropped before the Heisman or after.
I'm pretty sure it was before. Pretty sure.
Yeah. So after that, like I was kind of watching the course, like, oh damn, a defensive player, like he could potentially X, Y, and Z. It went from that to, oh, I gotta lock it down. This shit kind of crazy. Hold on, nigga. But yeah, ever since then, no, I haven't been watching Notre Dame, but they got a good squad. I like their head coach.
Shout out to he's going to be the first Marcus Freeman. He's black. He's going to be the first black head coach to ever coach a college national championship.
Shout out to him. And as far as that Ohio State Texas game, I don't know if we reflect on it at all. Well, we probably did. Like, I don't know if we did it like to the audience, maybe. But if not, I'll just do a quick recap. I was watching that game intently for other reasons, but I will say that I thought it was going to be like a crazy shootout, and it ended up towards the end like being like a really good game. I think Notre Dame Penn State was probably a better game, surprisingly, but towards the ending of Texas and Ohio State is what really brought it home. But it was really kind of stagnant, kind of slow, like the first quarter and a half, and it picked up after halftime or right before halftime.
It was right before halftime. Ohio State had a super long touchdown, but that game, it was good until it wasn't. Because like at the end, Texas was driving. I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna score. Then they tried to run up. They got to like their Ohio State 1 yard line. They tried to run up the middle. That didn't work. Then they tried to pitch it, and they lost 7 yards.
Yeah.
Then they tried to pass it, and then who is it? Their Ohio State DN Sawyer. He sacked Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers fumbled. He returned it for a touchdown, and it was never the same after that. But because I feel like I thought Texas was going to score. I thought Texas had the chance to win that game. I thought they were going to because
Texas did have a really good chance, a really good shot because it was at the damn one. They was at the damn like
at the one. Like
there was like a pass interference call. It was a PI that put them right there, and it just didn't pan out the way. I thought also Ohio State. I thought Jeremiah Smith was gonna have a better outing than that. Hopefully, he has a
Texas put three. Texas got like the best defense in college football, and they put three defenders on him the entire game. So I'm not surprised he ain't do nothing.
They just came for the Big 12, right?
What do you mean? What you said?
Texas.
I mean, they're in the SEC now, but they were Big 12 before.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah,
I was just checking. You just said elite defense. I was like, damn. No.
Like technically, they're not Big 12.
But let them niggas be Big 12 all of a sudden. Them trash ass defenses.
They still Big 12 to me, bro. I don't care. It don't feel right having them in the SEC, bro. College football don't feel right. That's just all these transfers, all these different divisions and conferences. It just don't feel right in my spirit.
And if that's how we feel, I can't imagine what Nick Saban feel like.
And probably Nick Saban screams every day, probably. Like I know if he was still coaching, he like knock on wood or what? They ain't got wood over here. What is this man? I don't know. But like if he was still in college football, he would have seen that shit and died, bro. Like he couldn't do this shit no more. That's why he stopped, bro. That's why he stopped. He was like, "This is not the game I love."
Yeah, I don't have the passion anymore. I respect it. I respect it.
Like, imagine if Nick Saban lost 4 times, he'd probably have like a heart attack.
Nick Saban losing to Vanderbilt?
He lost to Vanderbilt, then losing to OU, who was garbage this year.
And Auburn?
That was Auburn?
No. I'll take it back. Vanderbilt beat Auburn. I'm tripping.
Okay.
That's me.
Well, I forget who Bama's third loss was. But then they end up losing the last game to Michigan, too. Like, Nick Saban would have lost his damn
out. He would have. Like, what a real crash out.
Listen.
But, Jax, who you think is going to take it home? Like, who's going to be the national champion?
Like, the Notre Dame Penn State game, it did sort of open my eyes a little bit to like, oh, they got some dog in them. But I think it's sort of just going to, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be Ohio State just because I think they're just not even think. I know they're more talented. They're a more talented team. Like, it's not, Notre Dame has no, like watching that game, their running back was good. I already said their quarterback was garbage. Really, their backup quarterback was better than they started when they backup had to come in for a couple of seconds. Yeah. But Notre Dame doesn't have, especially on offense, they don't have no like real game changers. I think it was them. Was it them that the receivers had no catches? Or that might have been Penn State. I'm not. Maybe I'm missing it. Everything okay?
I don't know what the fuck happened. Camera just fucked up.
I was like, what? I was like, what are you trying to show me?
That shit just got to spinning. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, we're good.
But yeah, I'm taking Ohio State. I can't imagine a world where like imagine Ohio State winning. I'm not Ohio. Imagine like Notre Dame winning the same week of the inauguration, and that's also the same week the Bills and the Ravens play. Like imagine the Bills. Like I can't. It's too much. That's too much of that negative energy. I can't have it happen. So I need Ohio State to win.
You know, the only thing that would leave me, I mean, honestly, this is one of the very few games where it really don't matter to me who wins.
Yeah, I also don't care too much, but still.
Yeah, like these are the team. These are both of the two teams that are going to be in the national championship. Would be like the average team that I'll be like, oh, they're probably going to lose. Like, yeah, I guess the team that I'm really rooting for because I'm not going to Ohio State as they could just never get over that hump or never,
they never beat Michigan. That's a knock on Ohio State.
And for Notre Dame, it's just like, bro, it's Notre Dame. Like I don't have a care in the world to really watch them like that. But they have a black head coach, and if they win, that's history. And I have no problem with Ohio State. I like every product, most products from Ohio State. You know what I mean? So for me, I think I'm gonna side with you. I think I'm gonna go Ohio State. But if Notre Dame wins, I'm not throwing no.
Congratulations, cool.
Congratulations.
Shout out Marcus Freeman.
Shout out Marcus Freeman, and I think they had I don't know if it was last year. They had a quarterback. They used to play with. No, that was Alabama. He used to play with lacrosse at Notre Dame.
I think that was that way.
And then he ended up like transferring to Alabama and being like a second or third.
Okay, no, I remember that because I remember people was trying to replace Jalen Miller, and I was like, "Who is the other quarterback?" So I was like, "Looking, okay, I remember that."
Yeah, never mind. I'm thinking like, oh, but I feel like he went back to Notre Dame, but I'm almost for certain he just went back for lacrosse. I'm like, damn, maybe he went back to be football. Nah, I think that's a crazy thing to do. That's a crazy kind of flex to be like, I play lacrosse, but I can also be an Alabama quarterback. Kind of crazy.
It's not like he started, but that still is impressive. That's just like when them baseball players be playing in the NFL too. Like Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. I think AJ Brown got drafted to the MLB too. Like that's impressive to me. I don't care.
There's just a lot of athletes that got drafted by MLB.
Because it's so many, it's so many rounds in MLB draft. So like they can like granted Kyler Murray was crazy because he was like a top 10 pick.
Oh yeah, he was fire. He was fire. He was definitely fire. But like even like I did like a little I went on a rabbit hole. Like I had no idea Dale Curry got drafted from the MLB. I was like, wow. Did not know that.
I always hear about football players being drafted. I never hear no basketball players being
That's
drafted.
what I always said. I was like, oh, but I mean, it wasn't surprising me, but I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice with him. I also saw some Deion Sanders stuff. I mean, of course he played baseball, but bro, like his impact, like playing 3 games in 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Being in the World Series and a Super Bowl, like hitting home runs, like that nigga's a phenomenal athlete.
Deion Sanders had him a nice life, bro. He done live him a life, bro.
I don't think there's anything he's failed at.
As
far as his body, I don't know his off the field shit, like, you know what I mean, but like,
I mean, he tried to grow hair and it didn't work, but he also went to like Turkey or whatever and got his hair. So I guess, is that a success?
But I mean, he had I guess, but I mean, he had Jerry curl. He wasn't bald all his life. Like he had a nice set of hair. Like when he came into the league.
Fair enough.
Like I think because of course he lost a couple toes like recently. Like you know, I guess you know, everything comes with a cost. But at his prime, huh?
The cost was his toes.
I mean, like you put your body through so much stress and stuff.
Fair enough.
Like you doing all that, you doing football, baseball, basketball. I'm looking at his it's not like a Deion Sanders segment, but this is like it's high school, dunking the shit out this basketball.
No,
he dropped basketball to run track in college. I'm like, nigga.
Speaking of high school, and as you guys can probably tell, it's not too many topics to talk about. But like speaking of I'm surprised that Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry because you've seen his high school stats, right?
Yes,
like
yes.
He rushed for I think there's like one game where he had like 40 carries for like 500 or something crazy like that. Like he would do that every single game. And he was doing that every single play in high school. Then I think he got like a little break at Alabama for the first couple of years. They were just cycling through good running backs. And then they started him and he carried the entire offense the entire season. Then he gets to the NFL with the Titans. Terrible team. Carried them for like 8 years. Now he just hasn't stopped it, bro.
It just keeps running.
And I'll be seeing like mock drafts and stuff. And there's so many mock drafts that have the Ravens taking a running back in the first round. I'm just like, Derrick Henry has not slowed down yet. It doesn't look like he's going to slow down. He's still the same nigga he's always been. I would not draft a running back until Derrick Henry, until Henry tell me physically, I think I'm going to be slowed down this year. I wouldn't draft no running back, bro.
Especially when you're playing with Lamar. Lamar's going to give you a break. Like,
I gotta see how many games has Derrick Henry missed in his career. I gotta see how many times he played a full season.
He's up there because I used to draft him all the time, and he put them cleats on.
He's only in 2021 he played 8 games.
Okay,
and that's the only time he's played that, and he still almost had it. He had 937 yards rushing in only 8 games, but every other season he's played every single game. So he's durable too. There's nothing
durable.
He can do it all, bro.
That's another TikTok we got to go and revisit. The running backs top 5 running backs that we consider were washed or not.
Oh,
he's not one of them.
I don't know if he'll ever. Derrick Henry 31. This fuckery can't go on much longer.
Oh, you saw that? You saw LeBron's thing? Yeah, he was on a podcast with the Kelsey brothers.
Oh yeah, when he's talking about the pickup game he played.
He talked about that, but he also mentioned that tweet.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
He was just like, yeah, I'd be looking at that tweet all the time and I'd be laughing. He was just like, I know he's gonna be real pissed when I turn 41. And they was doing a deep dive on that tweet of like how long he's been keeping up with that tweet. But I was like, damn, yeah, LeBron be watching y'all tweets, nigga.
Bro, LeBron, all of them are online. They just make it seem like they're not, but all of them are online.
But anyway, since we were talking about Derrick Henry, doing Derrick Henry things, let's go ahead and do a wild card recap. I almost put it on. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to
I
count that bitch
it's
out.
hard to say because I was like Wildcat Reed. No, it's a lot, bro. It's not a lot, but it's a lot. But
Oh God.
in wild card games, I'm not gonna hold you.
Mhm.
Most of them were cheese. Most of them were cheese. But let's get the worst ones out the way first.
Let's go ahead and get that Bills Broncos out of the way.
Yes, Josh Allen. Thank you for handling business. Thank you for doing your job. Thank you for getting Bo Nix out of the playoffs. I'm glad it happened.
It was wishful thinking. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, Bo Nix threw that first touchdown. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh fuck. Is it gonna be one of them games? And then Josh Allen obviously took care of business. But I looked at that, I was like, hey, look, you know, Josh Allen, you did what you were supposed to do. Because boy, the way I was gonna be coming in here talking as you lost, gonna be a generational pod to say the least. But
I couldn't take it if they lost. Bo Nix advancing the playoffs, but you know I don't gotta talk about it no more. The nightmare's over. Bo Nix is done. So thank God, thank God.
Okay. The second one that I just didn't give a fuck about, I honestly didn't really watch a single down of this game. If I'm being honest, was the Eagles and Packers. It was on Fox. It was on Fox Sports or whatever, and I don't have that. I don't have that subscription. So
You don't have Fox? Everybody got Fox. You got cable?
Nah, but like it's like I got like I'm streaming. Like I do like the streaming, like my TV, like the streams Fox Sports. So like it.
There's no cable anymore anyway.
Yeah. So I saw like if it was a game I really gave a fuck about, of course, like I'll stream Easted or whatever. But during that time, I'm like,
yeah, bleep that name out. Bleep
that. Yeah, you're right. Stream. You know what I mean? But I just didn't have a real care in the world to like go research and go find that game. I didn't really care. But you can tell me about it. I just know that the Eagles won.
I did watch that game, and the score was 22-10. The score makes it look like it was a blowout, or not necessarily blowout. The score makes it look like the game wasn't as close as it was. Because really, the Packers lost because Jordan Love just, for some reason, couldn't stop throwing interceptions. It was very, very crazy. He just threw 3 picks. The doodle bob and him took over, and he just started throwing interceptions. So that's really the reason they lost. But the Eagles were, like, I think at halftime, it was only 10-0, but the Eagles had the ball off of so many more turnovers. Like, the Eagles should have been dominating them, and they didn't.
Right.
So that just lets me know that, like, you saw the memes or the pictures of AJ Brown on the sideline reading that book or whatever. Like, that's how the game was going.
Yeah.
AJ Brown was like, "Oh, I read this all the time." Like, yeah, whatever. But the Eagles, they didn't look. They won, but that's just because Jordan Love was played. Like Jordan Love, I like Jordan Love. He lost in that game. The Eagles should have dominated them, and they didn't. So, like, that just this upcoming matchup they play against, I'm gonna be watching them because I don't have faith in the Eagles, to be honest.
That's real. All I can do is co-sign, brother, because I ain't watched that game. The next one that we'll go ahead and get out the way, we'll go ahead and talk about this. I'll go. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do Steelers Ravens because I mean it was a standard win, a standard loss. Like Ravens were clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah. When I saw it, they had Derrick Henry. They put Derrick Henry at quarterback and Lamar at receiver. Then they motioned Lamar to the. I was like, they can't keep getting away with this shit, bro. Then that play went for like 30 yards, and Derrick Henry like threw Minka Fitzpatrick, the safety for the Steelers. He threw him to the sideline. I was just like, bro, you can't keep getting away with this, bro.
Why can't I say this like with Lamar and Derrick Henry, like that shit peak of your peak crop. Like those are like very legendary players, but like a dumbed down version of that. Not gonna lie, bro. Like it can be replicated.
Oh, for sure. That's what
it can be replicated. we just have to commit to the process.
That's what Washington wants to do.
That's what Jaden Daniels be running like that.
He is a runner. The Jaden Daniels, the way he runs like Lamar, but like I mean like the style of run, like where Lamar he never like speeds up all the way. He like doesn't take it. Like him and Lamar run the exact same, but Lamar's just so much faster. Like you could just see them and like you just be like, it's levels to it, bro.
It's like the Chrysler 300 in the Phantom.
Literally, quite literally. Because I'll be watching the Commanders, but I'm like, Jay, like I see him run. I'm like, who runs like that? I'm like, it's Lamar who runs like that, but it's just not.
It's just
like because Jaden Daniels he's still incredibly fast. He's just not.
Lamar's different.
Yeah, so
Lamar's different, and he still don't run full speed. But yeah, like I had a weird feeling that Justin Fields was going to be.
I told you he was going to go like what 0 for 0 passes, have 3 rush yards. But the game was starting to get out of hand. I think they was up like 21-0 at half or something like that.
Yeah,
the Ravens were. Would you have replaced Russell Wilson with Justin Fields coming back from halftime?
Absolutely, I would have. Me personally, I would have. But
yeah, I was watching that game and I was thinking, I was like, should they? Because they need something in because they wasn't getting nothing from the run game, nothing from the pass game. Like Najee, they were talking to Najee Harris after the game. They were like, "Oh, do you want to come back?" He was like, "I don't know." It's after George Pickens. How do you feel about this? Are you confident in the team next season? He was like, "Nah." So it's a lot going on with the Steelers.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on for sure, but. Yeah, I definitely would have given like something. Like you just needed some kind of spark, some kind of whatever, and it's just
that's the Steelers' problem, bro. They don't have no spark. They don't have. They're too good to get a bad quarterback. So that's really the only reason they're bad.
Like they gotta go through. They gotta honestly because there's nobody that you could really trade to truly get that is your elite top 4 quarterbacks because either they're getting paid handsomely already and they're not trying to move, or you would have to pretty much give up a whole lot of assets, like a lot.
That's why I feel like they're gonna try to run it back with Justin Fields next season. See, like maybe he figures it out. So I mean, we will see. I have no idea.
The Steelers are the type of teams that go in and fuck around and pick up Kirk Cousins. Unfortunately, but
I hope for their sake they don't. I hope Kirk Cousins retires. To be honest,
he's not going to do that.
He's not going to. But I mean, you brought up Kirk Cousins, so let's talk about the team he used to play for, the Vikings and the Rams. The Rams blew the Vikings out 27-9. All I had to say is like Sean McVay, he might be the GOAT, bro. He's better than all his sons, everybody that's in like that Shanahan tree. He's better than all of them, I think. Because no matter who the injuries are or whatever, he always has them competitive. He always has them way more competitive than they should be.
Yeah, this was on me, y'all. This was on me. We did picks. I was like, yeah, disrespectfully. Vikings disrespectfully. And then Jackson was just like, you see that now the Rams gonna fuck around and win. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And then Sean McVay was like, yeah. So to that, my fault, y'all. My fault, Jettas. But I'll tell you one thing. JJ McCarthy got his job saved.
Yeah.
Nigga got his job saved.
People were like, man, is Sam Darnold the quarterback? Should we just trade JJ McCarthy? And Cook was no.
Leave.
And we don't even know if JJ McCarthy is good or not. But
that nigga just bought him some extra time after that fucking performance.
That got him like an extra like 2 years with the Vikings.
Oh God. Yes. But like Sam Darnold did so much good in the regular season. It's not like he finna get cut outright. It's just one of those things where.
No, he's a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. In a weird way, I can kind of see him coming back to the Vikings.
But
yeah.
if he would have had the better past 2 games, he probably could have got like a whole lot on the free agency market. He's not getting that no more.
Yeah, he's not getting it, unfortunately. And
well, we got 2 more games. Let's do
the Texans out the way.
Yeah, the Texans and Chargers. The Texans stomped out the Chargers. Although Justin Herbert, he threw a lot of picks, but I don't think that was all his fault for real. Like I don't think he played like horribly, although he did have 4 interceptions. But I don't think he got that much help from anybody on his team, except for freaking Ladd, because he had like 200 yards receiving.
Yeah, I think the Texans had a great defensive performance that really masked that offense. But that offense was not looking good for most of that game. There were some things that CJ Stroud was doing. Now he had some incredible moments. I'm not going to bullshit you, but there were some times I'm like, CJ, why the fuck did you throw that?
See, like CJ for sure took a step back, but like I think he's just like the sophomore. Yeah, so I think he's gonna bounce back and be perfectly fine. But like last year, CJ would have probably cooked them like they blew him out, but last year CJ would have cooked them even more. I feel like, but
yeah, I mean
he's just struggling right now, but I ain't too worried about it.
Yeah, and plus everything's not a black and white issue. That offensive line still needs to get cleaned up. You have lost 2, dependable receivers in Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell. You do have Nico Collins.
Despite Joe Mixon having 100 rushing yards, he's still not good to me. I don't think he's a good running back. I think he's too old, or So they need a new running back. That's another problem.
I like you said, there's just levels to it. That's all. That's really all it is. He's not a bad running back. He's a running back. And like you have your Derrick Henrys, you have your Saquons, just like and then you have your Joe Mixons, just like you have your Lamar Jacksons, and then you have your Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So the only thing is he's just a little bit older, but nobody's expecting him to peak anymore. But now that we got it out the way, the most competitive game.
Yeah.
And the game that I really watched from start to finish because I was really invested anyway, the Commanders versus the Buccaneers. Oh man, this one really hurt me because
I was so sick.
I like both teams. I'm a big Baker fan, and I fuck with the Commanders. Let me stop. I fuck with Jaden Daniels. I fuck with Jaden Daniels heavy. So I was like, damn, somebody got to lose, but yeah,
I'm very upset it was the Bucs that lost, but. I sort of knew that, like, I think, like, once they kicked that field goal at the end, I knew, like, the Bucs defense hadn't really stopped the Commanders the entire game. So I was like, yeah, they're going to end up in field goal range. But I wish that kicker, like, he kicked the ball, it hit the upright, and then it bounced. I was hoping he missed it. I was sick when it hit the upright and it bounced in, but I was like, man. But do you see them talking about the kicker because he had like OCD or something? So like he was doing the whole
he was moving his hair and shit.
Fixing his hair and like untying and tying his shoe and all that stuff. And I was like, oh brother, this finna be a miss. But nah, he made it. But I'm sick for Baker though, because Baker, they was on fire, bro. The Bucs was on fire. Who was it? Mike Evans was cooking Marshawn Lattimore. I don't think Marshawn Lattimore was healthy for. He just wanted to come out and play against him.
Nah,
Mike Evans was cooking him. He was cooking him the entire game. It was really bad.
I understand. And for another week, I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna share something for you. For another week, we gotta go through this shit. This is really why it's really just Jaden Daniels, because I don't give a fuck about these fans. But of course, it's another week.
I hate this shit. This is the worst song ever.
Crowd screaming, we want Tyler. Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
I hate
That's
this.
crazy.
I don't know.
He said, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
Like, what type of person do you have to be to make that song? Like, that's just so, like, Not even like calling him like a bad person or nothing like that. But it's just like, why? Like
he made this song 2 years ago. He made this song 2 years ago when there was nothing to root about for the Commanders.
They were bad. They were horrible 2 years ago.
And it just keeps gaining traction after every win. I'm really looking at the comments right now. Who's here after our first playoff win since 05?
I hate that song so much. Not even on the like Commanders. Hey, it's just one is a bad song. Is like still like why are you? I don't know.
Like the lyrics is crazy, and that dude in the hoodie, that nigga, I thought that was B-Hand for his sake.
All right.
He was like screaming, "We want Dallas." I was like, "All right, bro, why are we in the song?"
Just,
mind you, this is 2 years ago, so you know you wasn't gonna beat Dallas.
Like,
you had Sam Howell, nigga. You was going band for band with the New York Giants, nigga. What the fuck? You don't name nobody else in the division. It's Dallas.
Really? Just Dallas?
It's just Dallas. Like they dig eating. Dig eating.
That's funny.
And you said that was punishable. Why? That's punishable.
Yeah.
By death.
By death. Sorry to them people in that video. You gotta go.
Eliminated. Lord. But that's pretty much the recap.
Yeah.
Of those games. I will say, real quick, the Cowboys are slow. Well, there's nothing the Cowboys can do to piss me off because I've been
it's just like a perpetual state of pissed offness. So like, it don't even matter.
it's just like an uninspired. Like you're just playing uninspired. You know what I mean? I'm an uninspired fan.
It's like when you wake up and you feel like that fire inside you, it's not like motivation, it's just anger with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's not even anger with me anymore. It's more of like just do whatever you want to do because whatever I say don't fucking matter. Like that's where we at. It's like
just don't hurt my feelings too much. I know you're gonna make me mad. Just don't make me super mad.
Like just do it. So don't let me see it. Don't let me see. You know what I mean? Like, keep me in the dark. You know what I mean? Because if all this shit come up to light, come on, man. I wear Cowboy. Whenever I wear Cowboys gear, it's because I need to do laundry. Literally,
like you can piss me off, but don't embarrass me.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's how. Like you can make me mad, just don't embarrass me. Just don't embarrass me.
You from pissing me off because it's gonna happen. But to embarrass me is fucking crazy.
I just do not embarrass me, Dallas Cowboys. Don't fucking embarrass me.
We sound like two bad bitches saying exactly. Oh shit! But anyway, we say all that because Mike McCarthy, they could not reach an agreement.
Ooh. Surprise!
Fucking surprise! And he ultimately got let go, fired, whatever terminology you want to use. He's up out of there. And now they are looking like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to talk to different coaches because they let certain coaches like the time period to pass by them where they can't, interview.
They could have interviewed both the Detroit coaches, who I would love for any of them to be coaches, either Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn. They missed the time to interview them because they still had Mike McCarthy on the right. And it's just like, brother, please. And Aaron Glenn used to play for the Cowboys too. I think Aaron Glenn would be a great coach, but regardless, that was pissing me off.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't stop there. You could have had. Well, I'm gonna say this. Vrabel was never going to be in the conversation.
Oh yeah. Also, Mike Vrabel, he was just signed to be the head coach of the New England Patriots. Another big surprise nobody saw coming. But
yeah, I need people to if you're a Cowboys fan, I need you to shut down that narrative about potentially getting Vrabel. You were never going to go.
Vrabel was never going to. He was only going to coach the Patriots. That's it. So.
Now I'm saying, like, I can see why you're a fan of Vrabel because I'm a fan of Vrabel.
Yeah.
But when push came to shove, I was like, oh, we were never going to go band for band and match whatever the Patriots are going to offer him. Because they just got rid of Gerard Mayo. They was going to go all in for Vrabel.
even if Dallas would have matched the offer, he still would be like, "Nah, I just want to coach the Patriots." Like that's what was gonna happen regardless.
You know what I'm saying? And like Jerry Jones, this is not the same Jerry Jones from like 20 years ago. He's not paying money like that. Like he's not gonna just he's not gonna be for nobody. But to get back into the Cowboy situation, now they're talking about, hey, we've talked to Deion Sanders. We're having a conversation with Robert Saleh, even though I do like Saleh. I think he's a good coach, but you can tell by their moves, this wasn't. I don't know what the fuck their plan was. Like I don't know what the fuck their plan was at all. Like y'all look real. This is the embarrassing shit about. You don't let
and like I like.
Oh, go ahead.
I like Deion, but I just not the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Not right now. Let him just be that college coach, bro. Please don't because I think they've talked twice now. I'm pretty sure, and I don't like the fact they talked once, but twice is crazy. But it's just like, please don't do this. Get a real Deion is a real coach, but like get a real you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It's just
like Deion, he is a real coach. I'm not trying to like hate on Deion or nothing. I like Deion, but like get them a coach that's actually, I don't know how to say it, but get him a real coach. I feel like Deion, like he's a coach, but I feel like he's more personality or more celebrity than coach right now.
And he's always talked about how like he just doesn't like trying to coach like NFL like grown men.
That's what he said, but then the reports come out. They're like, "Oh, he would jump at the chance to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys." So it was just like, "Oh
damn!" Look. Well, hey, look here, Mr. Hypocrite. I'm gonna need you to chill out.
Fair enough.
Because when that money flows, hey, I get it. Once I see money, I'm I see it. Now we are at odds. Me and Jax, we're at odds, and he has no idea that we're about to have a real Cowboys discussion right now. Because we're at total opposite ends.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
We're at total opposite ends, and I think we need to be the voice of what's been going on in our group chat. All right. This is a great segment for our group chat to just really just hone in. I might send them a timestamp so we can all just collectively have a conversation. Cause I just think it's time to blow it up. I really do think it's just time to like rebuild for real.
No.
I think it's time. And I love this man. Love is crazy. I don't know this nigga for real. I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott. You truly still believe in your heart that he can win a Super Bowl in a Dallas Cowboys uniform? And I believe he can win a Super Bowl somewhere else. I think it's just time. I think it's time to just we know the script, Jax. But
I think he's a Super Bowl. I think he's good enough to win a Super Bowl with any like whatever, like just in general. So like even if he leaves, I'm still gonna be like, oh yeah, he can lead the team to the Super Bowl. If he stays, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he can lead the out to the Super Bowl. But I think the team blowing it up right now is crazy because you have the quarterback, you have the receiver, you have the pass rusher. The line is coming along. They were asked last season, yes, but I think they were asked just because they're young. But the line is coming along. You have the DBs for it. I feel like they have pretty much a team that can do it. They just haven't done it because, one, I don't think Mike McCarthy was really a good coach in general. I mean, he was a solid coach, but I just don't think I didn't like the way his offense sort of ran because his offense was more like, hey, Dak, you do everything. As far as like you see, I know we just mentioned him, but you see Ben Johnson with the Lions, like where the way he schemed up, like it'd be people butt naked open down the middle of the field. Like Dallas don't really have that. They always like, Dak, you manipulate everything, make this tough throw, which he can do, but I don't think that's necessarily like the best use of his skill set. I think you should want to make stuff easier. But besides that, as my phone just falls, But besides that, I feel like they have the pieces for a championship run. They need a little more help, and that should hopefully come via free agency. But they haven't been doing that, which is the big issue. And like, yeah, they draft well normally, but a lot of times the draft pick, they're young. They just got here. It take them a minute to heat up. So, like, I think blowing it up right now is crazy. Like, they would get a whole lot of return for every single player they gave up, whether it be Dak, whether it be CD, whether it be Micah, just because they're superstars. But I don't think blowing it up is the right decision right now. I think they can do it. They just need Jerry Jones to shut the hell up. And like they just need to lock in, bro. But I don't think they'll do that.
Yo, like you are saying everything that you know is not gonna happen. That's the problem.
I know.
You know he's not finna shut up. You know we not gonna do shit in free agency. And you know all they have to do is the
answers are simple to the test. I just want them to use the answers. They're just not doing it. I still have hope because I think maybe they could end up using the answers one day. But you want them to blow it up, and you were talking y'all or give your take on the whole situation.
Okay, because at the beginning of this season, I was leaning more towards you. But I was a little bit neutral because I just wanted to, I was somebody that was like, I don't give why are y'all talking. Like, I already know how the season finna go. Like, I don't have any more like passion about topics like this. But now that the season is over, now I can kind of talk a little bit more. And I'm seeing things play out. I think I'm leaning more towards the chat, man. I like the group chat. I think why are the Cowboys like above like a rebuild or a small even if it's not a rebuild, just getting something for Dak? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm somebody that's I want to keep CD. Micah, I hate
this podcast.
I really want him to stop talking, but like I would appreciate if he was still on my team, but like I just need him to shut the hell up sometimes. But like with Dak or like whatever, like why can't it be a situation where we Matthew Stafford the nigga? You know what I mean? We Matthew Stafford and we get a lot of things back, like some picks, huh?
But it's like a really dark, like you see teams that have talent but no quarterback, like the Giants. They got talent, or they have Malik Neighbors. That's talent. They have no quarterback.
And they're about to get a quarterback in the draft. They're about to get a quarterback. Huh?
They have the third pick.
You gonna get one of them quarterbacks? What the fuck?
Huh? The first two picks are teams that need quarterbacks. Like they could end up with one of the first two picks. Like they could end up with Cam or Shador, which are what most people see as the best two quarterbacks. But will they? Maybe not.
Okay, and if they don't, they'll suck again, and then
exactly
there'll be another quarterback, or they can go trade and go get one if they really want to do that.
There's no
like I just think people got to stop being pussy. Like I think people got to be scared about the dark times, bro. Because like you like, oh, we just need a good coach. Do you trust Jerry Jones to get the good coach? Because I don't trust Jerry Jones to do a damn
thing. I don't trust Jerry Jones to do a damn thing.
Exactly. So what makes you think a coach is finna change our situation?
I don't know, but I just know like getting a quarterback is the hardest part of this whole thing.
And apparently getting a coach for the Dallas Cowboys has been a hard task too. So I need a quarterback.
Two things can be true.
For me, if I'm really being honest about the Dallas Cowboys situation, I think there's probably one, maybe two quarterbacks that can overcome bullshit that the Cowboys do. I think like if Pat Mahomes is here, I feel like he's good enough to overcome bullshit.
Like the only quarterback can do that is like Mahomes, Lamar.
Maybe Lamar. Maybe Lamar. Outside of that, like they all gonna look like.
So you're saying blow it up and get a quarterback who's probably not going to be good as 2 or 3 of the best players to ever throw a football. Like, what are you talking? Because like in the group chat, y'all talking about, oh, they need to blow it up and draft Shador, and it's just like we don't even know if that nigga is good.
You don't know what quarterback is going to be good coming out the draft. That's why you draft them niggas. But like
I know.
you being scared and holding on to Dak Prescott for dear life when you know damn well we not going nowhere because
And
he
then
can't
you get Shador, who's going to
bullshit.
be. I like Shador. I think Dak is one of the better quarterbacks, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And like last season, not like the season that just happened, but like the season, the past season, I guess 2023 season, technically. Yeah, that season he was playing like he, in my eyes, he should have won MVP. He was playing like the best quarterback on the planet. For like there was like a string of like in the middle of the season, maybe like 8 games or something. He was just on fucking fire. So that's why I was like I saw that level of Dak Prescott, and I was like, if he can tap into that more, because he I just saw him do it for an extended period of time. If he can tap into that at the right time, that's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So it's just like I don't think not many people can get to that level. I don't think Shador will be able to. I don't think Cam Ward will be able to. Like, if they prove me wrong, amazing. But I don't know. I don't think they're good. I don't think they'll be as good as Dak ever was. So that's the thing. I think it's a waste of time.
A waste of time is keeping Dak Prescott when you know that nigga not finna overcome this bullshit, bro. That for me, it's just kind of like it just feels like at this point, in my personal opinion, it just feels like a Damian Lillard situation. It's like, yo, like you cold. But at some point, like
this is the NFL though. That shit like that, it's terrible, but it happens literally all the time. A good quarterback just don't make the Super Bowl. It happens all the time. So
yeah, look,
you're acting like this is just some. Oh my gosh, this is the worst. Like it's shit like this.
We're not saying it's the worst thing, but like, why are we so scared of? Why are we so scared of being bad? Like when Jordan was like, "Hey, yo, look, I don't, like, I would rather suck with bad players than suck with good players." Like we know the script. Like, okay, if we go to the playoffs, we don't go past the divisional round. Like I think for me, I think what it really did, like whenever we had was it last year when we lost? When did we lose to Jordan Love? We lost. That was last year. Yeah. So like I thought that team was a really solid team. They had all the right pieces. And we had a favorable schedule. Like it's not like we was going right off the bat and like playing a Detroit or playing the Eagles, even though I like my odds against the Eagles, or like playing the 49ers, which we can't get over the fucking hump. We're playing the Green Bay Packers, and we're playing a young quarterback in Jordan Love. Like he wasn't proven just yet. And the fact that we couldn't get it done, that's when I was like, yo, we got to shake something up. Like, we got to shake something up, and it's more than just a coach at this point. I just think it's more than just a coach. I don't think there's a coach that's going to come in that Jerry Jones is finna bring in, or whoever the fuck going to bring in, that's going to make this roster whatever. I just think, like, why is it that, like, when we do coaches, like, sometimes, like you need a new voice in the locker room or whatever, like, why can't that never be applied to like the quarterback situation?
Because who's going to throw the receivers the ball?
The quarterback,
who's going to have like that chemistry? Who's going to know the jargon, the different play call, like all that stuff? Like he's been used to that.
Yeah,
all the receivers have been used to Dak doing it. They've been used to like how he throws the football, all that other stuff. So like,
okay,
they've been used to that.
Okay,
you come in and bring in another quarterback who, like I said, we don't know if any rookie's good, but you bring in a rookie, that nigga's Daniel Jones. Then it's just like all that progress, all that everything has been lost.
And what if he's fucking CJ Stroud his rookie year? Then what?
Then he's CJ Stroud his rookie year, but even CJ Stroud his rookie year didn't go to the Super Bowl. So I'm like, what?
Okay, but look, like, but you look at all these rookies as like worst case scenarios, but like, what if they pan out good? Like the fact that we like
I feel like most of them don't though. That's the thing. It's a very slim few that pan out well.
Okay, you didn't know that Dak was going to be good until Tony Romo went down. He was a fourth round pick. We got lucky with him.
As far as that, well, this was years ago, so I'm not gonna be like, all right, we thought he was gonna be good because I did think he was gonna be good. But that has nothing to do with anything. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think blowing it up right now is a good idea.
How long does this have? Like, how many times do we have to go and miss like either like win a wild card game and lose in the division. How many times do we have to lose in the first round of the playoffs for you to be like, okay, like it's time to switch some things up. Like it's time for a change. Like when, like when does it happen?
It depends on the way, the style of the loss. In all honesty, that's really the big thing to me. Like if they lose close games, I'll be mad, but like, okay, there's something there. But if they just get in the playoffs and Dak plays like cheese and they get blown out every single time, then be like, oh, okay, that's a problem. But it's just how the loss is coming for me. That'll make me be like, okay, it's time to blow it up. But I don't think it's time to blow it up. So, like, it's clear we're not gonna agree on this. So,
hey man, group chat. I try my best to defend y'all case as best as I could. You know, we're gonna be at different odds, but at the end of the day, we're tired. We're tired of mediocrity, and sometimes I just feel like, you know, we got to take some desperate measures, and you know, Jax disagrees, but that's fine. I mean, I think we are both in agreement. Before we move on, I think we are both in agreement. Don't bring that Kellen Moore nigga back. I think we can all agree.
I feel like he's coming back. That's the thing.
Don't speak that in the air.
And honestly, if Kellen Moore come back, that's gonna piss me off. I won't be embarrassed, but it will piss me off a whole lot. So I guess because it's not embarrassing, I'll be okay with it. I mean, I won't be okay with it, but I'll be able to live with it a little more.
I mean, by your logic, it makes sense. He's been in the locker room. They're used to him. They get the play style. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna work, but still,
none of this
piss me off. Just Jerry Jones, you can piss me off, but please don't embarrass me. Just please don't embarrass me. I need this to be a serious organization.
Where's that damn bucket, man? Jesus. All righty. The divisional rounds. Real football is being played. And we're going to go in order. First one, Texans versus Chiefs. A God-fearing man versus what we all believe is the devil's magic. What do you have?
I have to go. I mean, I don't have to go with anybody, but I think the Chiefs got it, bro. It's because we've been saying this entire season. Oh, the Chiefs just they just bullshitting right now. They're going to tighten up and all that, blah blah blah, during the playoffs like they always do. And now it's the playoffs, so I think they're going to tighten up. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. And the Texans even look that good against the Chargers, so there's that.
That's what I'm saying. Like the defense gonna have to do a lot of work, and that's just a lot of devil's magic. That's just a lot of demons. But
like Justin Herbert's tough, but Patrick Mahomes is tougher. Like I'm sorry, it's not much you can do with that.
Yeah, man. This is they talk about that shit in the Bible, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm picking the Chiefs. It won't be no blowout, but it's gonna be like, okay, this is a dominating performance. Next, later that night, we have the Commanders versus the Lions. I'm gonna go to Lions, but I think it's gonna be a really close game. I really do. I think it's not gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a field goal kind of thing, and Jared Goff is gonna control that clock, and it's gonna go crazy. But it's gonna be like it's gonna be a one-score game. Like it'll either be like lead by 7 or lead by 3.
I'm gonna go with the Lions too, because this entire season, bro, I just been like, bro, the Commanders not. I'm so confused how they won 12 games, bro. I don't think they're that good, so I'm gonna go with the Lions. I watch the games, I just don't see it. I'm just like, bro, what am I missing? Because they should have won last game, bro. So I'm going with the Lions because I have no idea. I don't know how the Commanders keep getting away with this, bro. I'm going with the Lions.
This is and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Just a quick recap. These are the Giants' wins. They won against the Giants, the Bengals really early, the Cardinals, the Browns, the Panthers, the Bears, the Giants, the Titans, the Saints, the Eagles, surprisingly, the Falcons, and the Cowboys.
They beat up on trash teams in the Eagles one time, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. So that's why they have 12 wins. They had a really easy schedule. I'm gonna pick the Detroit Lions, but like I said, weird energy in the building. I think it's gonna be closer than what people think it's gonna be. I'm never gonna root against the Detroit Lions though. Next we have a game that I really don't. Well, I thought I wasn't gonna give a fuck about, but I might give a fuck about it. Rams versus Eagles.
I believe in Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay is cold, bro. I got the Rams doing it. And the Eagles, the Eagles ain't look good last game. They won, but they didn't look good.
I would like to pick Sean McVay because I just don't have a care in the world to root for the Eagles in any capacity. It's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna pick the Rams and hopefully they can pull up a upset. And finally, the most important game, battle of the MVP.
The race war.
The race war. Lamar Jackson, please save us. I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
I need the Ravens to win this game, bro.
This could mean something to you?
Yes, bro. It means something to the world as a whole. Lamar Jackson, he needs to win this game, bro. The Ravens need to The Ravens need to win. No matter what happens, the Ravens need to win this game. The Ravens need to make the Super Bowl, bro. They need to.
Yeah, we need,
because there's so much like that way. Everybody can finally shut up about Lamar. Because I'm just ready for everybody to be quiet about him. So the Ravens, they need to win this game. They need to win the damn Super Bowl. But I need the Ravens to win this game. I'm taking the Ravens.
Shout out to the community, man. Shout out to the community. I will say. And yeah, that's our picks. That's our picks. I did pick the Ravens as well. That's our picks for this divisional round. Shout out to Saturday and Sunday football games. I'll never take those for granted. I never will. And with that being said, I think it is finally about that time. The moment we've all been waiting for. Hot takes of the week. Jax, I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, my hot take. Very, very simple. Mike Tomlin needs to be the next head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I think one, everybody already knows Mike Tomlin's a good coach. So boom, we get that out the way. Two, he's been dying for a quarterback ever since Big Ben became ass. He wanted to get Dak Prescott last offseason when they was doing that whole contract thing. So we already know he really rocks with Dak. Like I said, we know he's a good coach. He rocks with Dak. I think I'm gonna say Philadelphia, but in Pittsburgh, it might the message might be getting a little stale. I don't know, because he's been there for I think 18 years, something like that. You know, they had their wins. They doing good, but it's just I don't know. So I think, and Mike Tomlin, he's also used to coaching a big brand because it's the Steelers. The Cowboys are a much bigger brand, but still, the Steelers are a historic franchise. I think they have the most, or maybe now the second most, Super Bowl wins. So I think he's a good fit. He's a leader, man. That's what Dallas needs. He's no bullshit type of person. I think he would be a great fit. So yeah, that's my hot take. Mike Tomlin should be the next coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Will it happen? Probably not, but it needs to happen.
That's an African American male, Jax. You know that's not happening. But I see the vision. I do see.
I just need people to see the vision. That's it. I just need people to see the vision.
I do, and unfortunately, my hot take is going to be different from yours. Even though I'm still going to talk about Mike Tomlin. I do see a vision. I do see it. That's what I'll say about that. I really don't have a rebuttal for that because look, I mean, compared to what we've had, how can I argue that? All right, man. Look, let's go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. My hot take is Mike Tomlin is Doc Rivers. Mike Tomlin is Doc Rivers. I understand.
I can't believe you said that.
I understand the pause in the building. You know, you can hear a pencil drop, but hey, look, he good. He good. He good. He got a championship. Doc Rivers got a championship too, man. And he just can't get over that hump, man. He just can't get over that hump. Now, look, he had, you know, he didn't have the best QB options. Like, I'm not finna sit here and act like he just had everything. He's a great, phenomenal coach. He's a good coach. But this is a Doc Rivers kind of era that we getting into with Mike Tomlin. When it comes to good regular season, but he can't get it done. He can't. You know, we got the winning records, and I respect that. As a black head coach, I'm always salute that and support that. I think Doc Rivers might be a good guy. We don't. Ain't no shame, ain't no hate. I just know he gonna have his guys ready for the regular season, and then come postseason and win you a couple rounds. But I'm not expecting no championship out there, man, because history repeats itself. That's how I feel about Mike Tomlin right now. Until he proves me otherwise, that's just how I feel about it. He ain't won one since Big Ben. He's had great talent. Unfortunately, that talent went haywire. Because 2017, he had a crazy situation. You know what I mean, with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. I think Juju Smith was still there. Like he had them boys rocking, and he still couldn't get it done, even though AB was doing some weird shit. But that's how I feel about it. You can call me wrong all you want, but if that was Doc Rivers as a head coach, y'all would be saying some ungodly things right now. But it's Mike Tomlin.
I don't know, man. Mike Tomlin, like Doc Rivers, he always had superstars. Mike Tomlin hasn't always had superstars.
But he's had them. He's had some superstars before and couldn't get it done.
I mean, that was also when he was going against arguably or not even arguably, like the greatest coach and quarterback combination in NFL history. And they also cheated too. So there's that. And then there's also the karma of Big Ben being a rapist. So it was a lot going on that probably influenced a lot of the stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't disagree with it, but if this is what his coaching resume is going to continue to be, it's going to mirror a Doc Rivers.
We'll see. I certainly hope not. I certainly hope he comes to Dallas and wins Super Bowl with Dallas. But like we previously said, that's odds that happening are between slim and none. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh well. And what's up with the Steelers always trying to get a crash out wide receiver?
I think they just have a type.
The type is not working.
They just have a type, and they can't and they're never good enough to get all. They're never bad enough to get all the good receivers that are at the top of the draft, who are maybe a little bit more of a normal person. Like I think George Pickens was like a second round pick or whatever. It's like they ain't getting him in the top 32. Like I don't know.
He's first round talent, but the nigga just kept crashing out.
That's exactly. He was a little not. He wasn't all the way there.
Yeah.
And it's sort of showing itself, which sucks because I think he's good, but he just got to get his mind right. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think Mike Tomlin need to step away from football for 1 year, so that the Steelers can tank properly, rebuild, and then he can come back during the draft era, so he can get a really good draft pick, so we can see what that looks like. I don't know what that looks like for him. He's always had a winning record, so
we'll see though.
We won't, because he's not going to retire. But
also true. Never mind. We won't see it. My eyes closed. We won't see nothing. I think that's everything, though.
Yeah, I believe that is everything. Jackson, any last words?
There was something I was gonna say. Certainly cannot remember it. Oh well. If you want to change your life, go do some more. There was something else I was gonna say though, but I cannot remember it.
I really thought you was yeah, no, all I need to say. Oh yeah, if you want to change it, I really thought you said that shit. I was like, oh, not Jackson.
There was something else I can remember it. Whatever. Maybe I'll remember. I probably won't. It is what it is.
Look. As far as for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Whatever you doing,
It's not enough.
it's not enough. Do more. Do more. I promise. There could be more that you're doing. Even when I think I'm working hard, I see some shit from Jackson's story, and I'm like, damn, it really is not enough. I am really procrastinating. I'm playing 2K. I'm tripping. My fault. Yeah, let me lock the fuck back in. And y'all should do the same. It's January 2025. Their goals didn't end overnight, so keep grinding. And with that being said, keep liking, keep commenting, keep doing what y'all do, supporting the pod in the best way possible. And we will see y'all next week.